Sucks when you see someone you love with someone else, but I just want her to be happy.
Nobody expected this. A song drops. And it's not just music. It's a diary entry, a confession, a goodbye, or a cry for help. And it's all about Selena Gomez. The lyrics? Brutal. The tone? Nostalgic, aching, and way too personal to ignore. The internet? In shambles. Within hours, her Jelena was trending like it never left. Fans were crying. Theories spiraling. Is Justin finally spilling the truth of what happened? Or is he asking for a second chance? I'm never going to stop loving you. No matter what this is, a memory, a moment, or a meltdown, we're here to unpack all of it. Let's get into it. Rewind to March 2025. Selena Gomez drops a collaborative album with her fiancé Benny Blanco. Title, I Said I Love You First. The internet? Obsessed. But one track, number 9, completely fractures the timeline. It's called How Does It Feel to Be Forgotten, and fans say it's not just a breakup anthem, it's a funeral for the Jelena era. The vibe, equal parts moody, sassy, and cold-blooded. Lyrics, laced with emotional landmines. Stan Twitter, melting down, the line that blew it all open. 'Cause you walked in, big grin, talking like we're friends. Honey, what were you thinking? It's not just shade, it's a cinematic takedown. Fans immediately pointed to Bieber's overly casual public run-ins with Selena, acting friendly when the history is anything but. And it doesn't stop there. The chorus goes nuclear. You're so embarrassing. Go cry when no one's watching? I can't imagine it. How does it feel to be forgotten? A direct hit. Fans recall Justin's emotional Instagram posts, crying selfies, public breakdowns. Now Selena flips the lens. She's not the one spiraling anymore. He is. Then comes the outro, in Spanish. Translation? Now all is said and done. All is forgotten. Bilingual closure. Bilingual serve. She's not angry. She's done. It's not a diss. It's a declaration. But why are fans convinced it's Bieber-coded? Let's start with the lyrical callbacks. Look at you. Just look at you now. That's a mirror line to her 2019 track, Look at Her Now, which everyone swore was about Justin. This isn't random, this is intentional. And the timing, even messier. The song dropped while Bieber was allegedly in his flop era. Rumors of trouble in his marriage to Hailey were circulating. Paparazzi pics showed him looking exhausted, gaunt, checked out. Meanwhile, Selena was outside, glowing, posting, engaged to Benny, living her soft life, while fans said Justin looked like a man unraveling. Social media exploded. TikTokers were lip-syncing the track while splicing old Bieber footage. One video showed Selena and Benny looking in love, cut with Justin pacing alone. He loves me, I love him. Look at you now. The comment section? Brutal. I'd crash out too. This is karma in real time. On X, the narrative spun harder. Justin Bieber really been crashing out on Instagram since this Selena Gomez song dropped. Tweets like that were racking up thousands of likes. Fans weren't just listening, they were diagnosing. Every post, every selfie, every meme, a potential meltdown in disguise. Meanwhile, Selena kept it cute. In interviews, she denied that the song was about Bieber. It's deeper than that, she said. This is about growth, transitions, life with new people. Translation? Believe what you want, but I'm not giving you the headline. On Spotify's Countdown series, she clarified, it's inspired by a shared history, but not directed at one person. She emphasized that the album was about her and Benny's journey, not about an ex. But let's be honest, the more she downplays it, the harder fans lean in. Denial only deepens the obsession. And then came the receipts. March 30th, 2025. Right after the album dropped, Bieber posted a selfie with a new nose piercing. Comments flooded in. He looks lost. She's glowing. He's grieving. How does it feel to be forgotten? Indeed. April 3rd, Bieber posts a meme. Gollum from Lord of the Rings with the caption, "Girls on social media when they get engaged." Aimed at Selena, fans think so, and whether it was or wasn't, the post lit the match. Comment sections turned chaotic. He's been married for 8 years and has a baby. Why is he shading his ex? Others expressed concern. Is he okay? Somebody check on him. Bieber has posted before about mental health. "I hate when I change myself to please people," he once shared. So now the narrative splits. Is this heartbreak? Is this crisis? Or is it strategy? Because here's where it gets messy. Selena's album I Said I Love You first might have just triggered Justin into releasing his own music. Insiders say Hailey is pressuring him to drop something fast. Is this PR damage control or personal catharsis? A new album from Justin would send shockwaves, especially if it's timed right after Selena's drop. Meanwhile, Selena and Benny aren't even in the drama. They're posting couple selfies, making music, and planning a wedding. Fans are calling them main character energy. The vibe? Calm, confident, untouched, and that contrast is killing the internet. So what's really going on with Justin? Social media detectives are digging deep. From cryptic IG captions to meme-level chaos, fans think he's spiraling. But the question remains, is this all emotional fallout, or is he prepping? A response track? Back in January 2025, Bieber teased an unreleased song on Instagram. It had hard-hitting bars, confidence, and a message. A flex track, a comeback. The caption, just emojis. Translation, he's cooking something. Producer MKG told the New York Times he'd been in the studio with Bieber. And, just like that, the theory took flight. Selena dropped her album. Justin's next. This isn't just a coincidence, it's a musical showdown. And history backs it up. Bieber and Gomez have always put their relationship into their music. His 2015 Purpose album, practically a Jelena diary. Tracks like Sorry, What Do You Mean? And Mark My Words were all confirmed as Selena-coded. Same for Journals in 2013. Songs like All That Matters, Heartbreaker, and Nothing Like Us were literal heartbreak in MP3 form. Bieber said it himself. Those tracks were written during their darkest moments. "She was all that mattered," he once said, "and I lost her." Fans have receipts for days. And now, every move feels like part of a script, a narrative, that just won't die. On Selena's end, she's not new to this either. The heart wants what it wants, confirmed about Bieber. Lose You to Love Me, the track that shook the internet in 2019, was a clear post-Bieber catharsis. "In 2 months, you replaced us like it was easy." That lyric alone was a cultural reset. And now in 2025, we have How Does It Feel to Be Forgotten? Fans are calling it the final nail in the Jelena coffin. A send-off, a middle finger, a peace treaty, all at once. But not everyone's buying it. Some say it's PR, others believe it's deeper. And then there's the Hailey angle. Hailey Bieber has mostly stayed quiet, until now. Reports claim she's considering legal action, not against Selena directly, but against the fanbase that won't leave her alone. She's reportedly in talks with Lisa Moore, the lawyer who helped Cardi B win her defamation case. If true, this could get serious. For years, Hailey brushed off hate comments online, bullying, and viral hate trains. But sources say she's done playing nice. One now deleted post read, "People take the info they're fed and paint a version of you that isn't real." It wasn't a direct call-out, but everyone knew what she meant. And while Selena and Hailey have both publicly claimed there's no feud, fans aren't letting go. Every lyric, every post, every look, it's all part of the narrative. And now, Hailey's reportedly pushing Justin to drop new music, not just for his career, but to reclaim the story. If he drops right after Selena's album, it'll look deliberate. And maybe that's the point. Critics are divided. Some say Hailey is trying to be the mastermind. Others say she's just tired of the chaos. Meanwhile, Selena and Benny Blanco are thriving and not saying a word. That silence, louder than anything. But we've seen this triangle before. Selena, Justin, Hailey, round and round it goes. Just recently, a post from Justin set the internet off again. Me behind my girlfriend after she makes me mad. Just a meme. Or maybe not. Fans flooded the comments. Is he talking about Hailey? Is this another Selena moment? Then he posted again, a close-up selfie in a white fleece hoodie. Caption, "I got anger issues too, but I want to grow. SMH." Another moment, another theory. Is this him being real or spiraling in public? This marriage has always been under the microscope. From the proposal to the paparazzi drama, fans have seen it all. But lately, it's felt different, quiet, awkward, off. Their recent public outing, distant. Paparazzi caught awkward body language, Hailey avoiding eye contact, Justin distracted, and fans reading every frame like it's an FBI file. And the lyrics from Selena's album? Yeah, they're not helping. Go cry when no one's watching. How does it feel to be forgotten? It's not just shade, it's cinematic. Grief. Everyone's convinced it's aimed at Bieber. Genius.com even connected the dots. They pointed out parallels to Look at Her Now. The references aren't subtle, it's a lyrical loop, a callback to the emotional chaos of 2018. Another song, Don't Want to Cry. The lyric, Then you kiss her in front of me like I wasn't even there. Devastating. Fans swear this is about seeing Justin move on publicly. And then came Don't Take It Personally. When a snippet leaked, it went viral before the full track even dropped. Lyrics like, You probably got a dartboard with my face right in the middle. Fans said, This is definitely about the Biebers. But then came the twist. In a breakdown of the album, Selena revealed the song wasn't even her perspective. It was written from someone else's point of view, possibly Hailey's. The lyric, He sleeps in my bed. I met his parents. It's official. Suddenly, the whole story flipped. Is Selena writing as Hailey? Is she addressing herself? Or just dramatizing a real conversation from the past? Fans don't know what to believe, and that's what keeps the buzz alive. And that's not all. Younger and Hotter Than Me, a brutal track. All the girls at this party are younger and hotter than me. I hate myself more for thinking you were different. Ouch. It's the kind of internal monologue people rarely say out loud. But fans think it's deeper. Some believe this. Track is from Hailey's POV, a complete reversal. Hailey looking at Selena, wondering if she's the one being compared now. Pictures of you at the movies? Is she younger and hotter than me? The role play, the rawness, the tension. But that's the thing with this entire album. Every lyric is a mirror. Depending on where you stand, it reflects Selena, Hailey, or both. It's messy, it's emotional, and fans can't stop dissecting it. One track in particular, You, said you were sorry, hits different. It's soaked in regret, apologies that never healed, promises broken before they were ever real. You said you were sorry, but only when it was convenient. Only when it helped you sleep. This isn't just closure, it's confrontation. And while Selena hasn't named names, fans already have. They say it's Bieber. They say, this is her final word, the end of a decade-long love story that never got its ending. But maybe that's the point. Maybe there was never going to be an ending. Just echoes, through songs, through posts, through the people they each loved after. This is what makes it all feel endless. Since the album's release, Selena has gone full soft life. Her posts, calm. Her interviews, grounded. Her energy, unbothered and reflective. It's a shift, loud and clear. And that contrast is deafening, especially when compared to the noise still echoing from her past. Because fans are still caught, up in it, still replaying Jelena like a Netflix original that never got canceled. And yet, the timing of it all is suspicious. The breakup songs, the commentary, the shade, all landing just as Justin seems to be unraveling. Remember Sorry? The 2015 hit that fans swore was Justin's musical apology to Selena. Fast forward to 2025. You said you were sorry flips the narrative. This time it's Selena's turn. Her side, her words, her closure. It's easy to say sorry when you've already moved on. Harder to mean it when you're still looking back. Fans heard that and instantly knew. This wasn't just a breakup song, it was a statement. And then came the think pieces. Is Selena still not over it? Or is she finally at peace? Is she reflecting or rehashing? Critics weighed in. Some praised the vulnerability. Others called it recycled drama. But one thing was clear. People were still obsessed, still hitting replay, still hoping for more. But let's talk about what happened next. The hate campaign. After Selena's album dropped, online trolls reignited the narrative, targeting Hailey Bieber with a wave of comments, memes, and wild accusations. One viral video painted Hailey as a stalker, a montage of photos, outfits, and posts showing her mimicking Selena's life. The timing, brutal. It dropped the same week as Selena's new documentary. Fans were convinced this wasn't a coincidence, it was calculated, a narrative reversal, framing Selena as the victim all over again. Suddenly, Hailey wasn't just Justin's wife. She was the alleged villain, the obsessed one, the girl who never let go. Comments like, "She copied Selena's dress." Her caption was the same. "She's living in Selena's shadow," flooded the algorithm. And with each viral post, the hate grew. TikToks, Reddit threads, reaction videos, all pointing fingers, all feeding the fire. For Hailey, this wasn't new, but the timing made it feel like a public execution. Her defenders tried to push back, saying it was coincidence, that people were reaching. But once the internet decides you're the villain, it rarely changes its mind. That's when Hailey allegedly started talking legal options. Because what started as fan theories was now shaping headlines. Headlines that affect careers, brand deals, mental health, everything. Some fans argue Hailey has played into the drama, liking shady posts, posting cryptic quotes, fueling speculation instead of stopping it. But others say she's just exhausted, that she's been silent for too long, and silence isn't working anymore. Meanwhile, Selena has made public pleas for fans to stop the hate, but her words don't always match the actions. Or at least, that's how the internet sees it. Her lyrics, her visuals, her timing all suggest she still feels something. Not for Justin, but for the narrative, for the chaos, for the story that keeps people watching. And let's be real, the story of Selena and Justin is modern mythology. Lovers, loss, loops, songs written like spells, fans decoding every word like sacred text. And in the middle of it all, Hailey, the accidental antagonist, or maybe just a woman who fell in love with someone who wasn't done healing. That's the part no one talks about, the weight of being with someone who is still grieving a ghost, who says they've moved on, but still writes about the past. Justin's journey hasn't been easy. He's been open about addiction, anxiety, faith, and failure. He's had public meltdowns and private battles. He's survived the fame machine. But that survival left scars. And for better or worse, those scars show up in his music. That's why fans are now waiting to see if he'll respond. With a song, with a post, with silence. And maybe that silence is the loudest thing of all. But here's where it gets even messier. Some fans say Selena never healed, that every album, even the peaceful ones, carries echoes of Justin, that even her silence is a reply, that her happiness still sounds like a breakup. And for Hailey, that's the hardest part, living in the shadows of a love story that won't stay buried, fighting off ghosts you didn't invite, trying to build peace in a house still haunted. Over the years, Justin has admitted the toll it took. In interviews, he's called Selena his first love. The best part of my teenage years, but also the most painful. Their relationship wasn't just emotional, it was spiritual, dramatic, public, explosive. It wasn't a relationship, it was a saga, one that played out on red carpets, in music videos, through tweets and tattoos. And it didn't help that millions of fans watched it like it was scripted television, rooting, shipping, reacting, fueling the idea that Selena and Justin were meant to be, even when they weren't meant to last. The public pressure made everything worse. Every photo was a clue. Every post was a signal. Every song was a message in disguise. And now, a decade later, nothing has really changed. Different people, different partners, same speculation. Some fans blame Selena for keeping the door cracked open. Others say Justin never closed it. Some believe Hailey never stood a chance. But the real question, why does this still matter so much? Maybe because people don't just see a love story. They see their own heartbreak, their own closure, their own what if. Selena's music has always felt personal, but this time it feels like a goodbye letter, not just to Justin, but to the idea of him, to the myth, to the version that fans kept alive long after it died. And Justin's silence, maybe that's his answer, maybe that's the respect, or maybe he's just not ready. There's one more layer to all of this. Scooter Braun, the former manager who had beef with both Justin and Taylor Swift. Some fans believe Scooter orchestrated the media chaos, that the timing of every leak, every post, every controversy wasn't random. They say he used drama to control the narrative, to control the artists, that every move was calculated. And when it comes to Justin, Scooter's influence ran deep. He discovered him, managed his every move for years, but eventually their relationship soured. So when Bieber started spiraling, fans blamed Scooter. And when Selena's album hit the internet like a tidal wave, they called it karma. But here's the truth no one wants to say. Everyone in this story is hurting, in different ways, for different reasons. Selena lost a part of herself in that relationship, and she spent years reclaiming it, song by song. Justin lost control, and he spent years trying to grow, to heal, to forgive himself. And Hailey, she's carried the weight of it all, the hate, the comparison, the constant reminders that for some people she'll never be enough. This isn't just a love triangle, it's a cautionary tale of fame, of obsession, of what happens when love becomes content. But even after all that, the music is still good, the lyrics still cut, the story still sells, and that's what keeps it alive. That's what keeps people watching. Because at the end of the day, it's not just about Selena and Justin, it's about us, what we project onto them, what we want them to be, what we refuse to let go. Maybe that's why this hurts, because their breakup reminds us of our own, because their healing reminds us how far we still have to go. And maybe that's why we listen, again and again, hoping. This time the ending will be different, even if we already know how it ends. Let's rewind for a second to the moment it all began, 2009. Justin Bieber and Selena Gomez, two teenage stars on parallel paths, introduced by their managers. At first, it was innocent. Just friends, IHOP brunch, paparazzi photos, the classic PR denial. But by 2011, the truth came out. A yacht in St. Lucia, a kiss that made headlines. And just like that, young Hollywood had its royal couple. That year was a fairy tale. Red carpets, private screenings, a rented-out Staples, center for a Titanic movie night. They weren't just dating, they were performing love for the whole world. But behind the scenes, things were falling apart. Stan armies, death threats, parasocial madness, the pressure of being perfect. By late 2012, the first major breakup hit. And it wasn't just any breakup. It was the start of a pattern. On again, off again. Love, loss, rebound, repeat. Between 2012 and 2018, Selena and Justin were locked in an emotional loop. And every phase came with a new song, a new message, a new clue. Fans followed every post like it was gospel. Then came the final break. March 2018, they split for good. 2 months later, Justin was engaged to Hailey Baldwin. By September, they were married. That whiplash, it crushed fans. It crushed Selena. And it inspired her most emotional track to date, Lose You to Love Me. In 2 months, you replaced us like it was easy. That line didn't just hurt, it echoed. It became a cultural moment. And since then, they've all been living in the aftermath. Justin built a family with Hailey. Selena built an empire with music, beauty, and mental health advocacy. And yet, here we are, 2025. Still talking, still feeling, still wondering if the story's really over. Every time Selena drops a song, the decoding begins. Every time Justin posts a meme, fans read between the lines. Every time Hailey breathes, it's a headline. It's exhausting. It's relentless. But it's also the internet's favorite story. A love triangle that never dies, that shapeshifts with every lyric, that evolves with every mood board and album drop. And maybe that's what makes it so powerful. The music keeps the emotions alive. The speculation keeps the past fresh. The fandom keeps rewriting the ending. But behind the screen, these are real people, with real wounds, with real lives that don't pause when the camera cuts. Justin has spoken openly about therapy, faith, and rebuilding. He's a husband, a father, a survivor of early fame. Selena has become a symbol of resilience, not just a singer, but a voice for those healing silently. Her evolution is visible, tangible. She's gone from heartbreak anthems to healing mantras. And Hailey? She's held her ground in the storm, facing endless hate, defending a marriage that's been under attack since day one. So maybe this isn't about who's right or who won. Maybe it's about letting go, because this isn't just gossip, it's generational. It's how we process our own heartbreaks through theirs. It's how we learn to let go, or how we learn to hold on. That's why these songs hit so hard. That's why we keep watching. Because part of us lived that story too. And maybe the final lesson isn't in the lyrics. It's in the silence that follows. The space we give ourselves to move on, or the grace we offer when others can't. Over the years, this story stopped being about facts. It became folklore, a digital campfire we gather around, retelling the same heartbreak from new angles. Every new album, every old photo, every cryptic post becomes part of the myth. And while fans continue to take sides, Team Selena, Team Hailey, Team Justin should have never moved on. The truth is probably somewhere in the middle. Selena isn't perfect, Justin isn't innocent, and Hailey didn't ask to be the internet's favorite villain. But the internet doesn't want nuance. It wants sides, it wants heroes and villains, angels and homewreckers. The truth is, these are three people trying to live, heal, create, love. And maybe the most powerful thing we can do as fans is let them. Let them grow without being dragged backward. Let them move forward without constantly being pulled into a storyline they didn't write. Because this triangle has been turned into a weapon, used to fuel clicks, used to justify bullying, used to erase the fact that real people are behind these profiles. And no matter how much we love the songs, there's a cost to constantly reopening old wounds. Selena said it herself. Most of this album has nothing to do with what everyone thinks it does. Maybe we should believe her. Maybe it's not about Justin. Maybe it's not even about the past. Maybe this album is a mirror, and what we see in it says more about us than it does about her. But if we must hold on to something, let it be this. Healing is not a headline. Closure isn't clickbait. And growth doesn't always look like silence. Sometimes it sounds like a song. Sometimes it reads like a caption. Sometimes it lives quietly behind a smile. Selena found her peace. Justin found his family. Hailey found her strength. Maybe now we can find our own. And maybe the real ending to this story is finally letting go of the need to keep it alive.